Dear students of class 9 Business Studies English Medium Ownership, this is M.Ms Rumc. In the previous class, I discussed about the joint stock company. I think you have understood the previous lecture. I want to ask you a simple question from the previous lecture. There were 3 members of a company and all were family members. In a car accident, all 3 members died suddenly. Will the company cease to exist? What do you think? You can answer the question in light of the characteristics of joint stock company, basically on the basis of perpetual succession or permanent existence. No, the company will not cease to exist by the rule of perpetual succession or permanent existence. A company can only be dissolved under the Company Act. That means the death, departure, insolvency, insanity of the shareholder do not affect the dissolution of company. In the above case, the shares of 3 members will be inherited by other people and the company will continue to exist with new shareholders. Today, I would like to discuss about the cooperative society and state enterprise. From this lesson, you will be able to know about the concept of cooperative society, characteristics of cooperative society, process of formation of cooperative society, basic principles of cooperative society, concept of state enterprise, and characteristics of state enterprise. The word cooperative refers to work with combined initiative or effort. Cooperative societies are voluntary association of weaker people who join their hands together by contributing their limited means to improve their economic and social status. Why was cooperative society formed? Because of industrial revolution and technology-based large scale of business, the more the base of capitalism increases, the more the economic discrimination in the society is significantly noticed. Lower and middle income group of professional and businessmen starts to face economic destitution. Cooperative society starts to evolve in different countries for emancipation from economic differences and destitution created by capitalism. Here, capitalism means an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private sectors for profit rather than by the state. At first, cooperative revolution started in Western Europe, America and Japan, but Rochdale Equitable Pioneer Society, established in 1844 at a place named Rochdale, located at North England, Leeds, is the pioneer in establishing cooperative society. This is considered the first cooperative society in the world, formed by 28 weavers with £28 sterling of capital. The financial condition of this society member was not well to do. They were incapable to buy food and other necessities with their small means. With the help of cooperative, they collected the regular necessities at a lower cost and used to sell among the members. They had taken the policy of democratic mentality, trust and honor to each other, and honesty to operate this business. In this way, the journey of cooperative society starts. In this subcontinent, government took initiative to form cooperative society in 1904. Kolkata Bengal Cooperative Society was established in 1918. The campaign of cooperative society got huge popularity through establishing Bangladesh Academy for Rural Development, BART, in Comilla by renowned civil service officer Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan in 1959. Afterwards, various types of cooperative society have been formed in our country. Bangladesh Milk Producers Cooperative Union Limited, which is known as Milk Bita, is another mentionable cooperative society. Of the milk producers in Bangladesh. Now I would like to discuss about the characteristics of cooperative society. Nature of members. Generally, lower class and middle class of people of similar mentality and same profession willingly forms this type of organization. That means this is an organization of the comparatively low income people of the society having less property. Usually people like poor farmers, weavers, fishermen, small traders, less educated youth, women, and the like form cooperative societies. That is why this is called the citadel of the exploited. That means the fort of self-defense of the exploited people. Next, objectives. The objective of cooperative society is to enhance the socio-economic standard of the members of the society in a legitimate way. The main objective of this business is to gain self-dependency, not profit. Next, types of cooperative business. According to Cooperative Act 2001, there are three types of cooperative business. These are primary cooperative society, which shall have minimum 20 members, and objective is to enhance the socio-economic condition of the members in a legal way. That means the primary cooperative society is that kind of cooperative society which is formed at least taking 20 members at the grassroots level, where the individual can be a member of this society. And the main objective of the society is to enhance the socio-economic condition of the members. Maximum number of members of this society is not specified in the Cooperative Act. Next, central cooperative society, which will be formed with the 10 primary cooperative society with the objective to cooperate and coordinate the activities of the primary cooperative society. Next, National Cooperative Society, which is formed by comprising 10 central cooperative society with the objective to coordinate and cooperate the activities of the central cooperative society. Next, separate entity. Cooperative society is formed under Cooperative Act, having a non-person and separate identity which has fixed, continuous or permanent existence. Because of having separate entity, the society can make transaction, can acquire, hold, transfer assets, and ability to enter into contract. Next, limit of share purchase. The total capital of the cooperative society is divided into small number of shares. A person can be a member through purchasing a share, but any member cannot buy more than 1/5 or 20% of the total number of shares of the cooperative society. That means there is a restriction of purchasing share of cooperative society. One member can purchase maximum 20% or 1/5 portion of total number of share of cooperative society. Say for example, if any cooperative society has 1000 shares, and in this case one member can purchase maximum 20% means 200 shares of the cooperative society. Next, liability of members. Usually a cooperative society, the liability of its members is limited by the face value of the shares purchased by them. That is, the shareholders cannot be obliged to bear any liability beyond or outside of the invested capital. That is why the term limited has to be mentioned with its name. Next, democratic management. Cooperative society is operated and managed following a democratic rules and procedure. For all kinds of cooperative society, a member is eligible to cast only one vote, irrespective of his number of shares. To cast the vote, the member must be present because no proxy is allowed. Next, equality of voting right. That means each and every member can cast only one vote irrespective of number of shares. Whatever the shares he or she possesses, the members only can cast single vote. That is, one head is one vote. Then registration. The cooperative society must be registered, but if it is not registered or approved as per Cooperative Act 2001, any person or club or organization or cooperative cannot use the word cooperative in its name. It means without registration, using the word cooperative is completely prohibited. These are the features of cooperative society. Next, process of formation of cooperative society. Since cooperative society is formed and operated under a set of legal procedure as per Cooperative Society Act 2001, cooperative society is formed at the following 3 stages. Number 1, initiation stage. To form a cooperative society, at least 20 people must come together, form similar class, same profession, same status, same mentality. Among these originators or promoters, a management committee of 6 people is formed. This committee outlines a bylaws to form the cooperative society with the registration. That means bylaws of cooperative society are defined as the document in which the rules and regulation for administering and controlling the internal and external activities of the society are kept in written form. And this bylaws is the main document of cooperative society. Next, registration stage. At this stage, steps are taken for registration of the cooperative society, and in this regard, registration form 1 is to be collected from the government approved local authority and to be submitted along with fee and 3 copies of cooperative bylaws to the registrar. To form the primary cooperative society by the poor, landless and shelterless people under the government poverty alleviation program, a treasury challan of Taka 300 for Central Cooperative Society Taka 1000 and for National Cooperative Society Taka 5000 should be submitted along with the application form. Amount of share capital for registration of cooperative society is fixed. For registration of primary cooperative society formed willingly to alleviate poverty or under government program, paid up capital of at least Taka 3000. Other primary cooperative society except credit cooperative society Taka 20,000. For registration of credit cooperative society, paid up capital of at least Taka 1 crore. And for Central and National Cooperative Society paid up capital Taka 1 lakh is required. After scrutinizing all the documents and bylaws in details, the registrar enlists the name of the society in his registration book and returns 2 copies of bylaws with registration number to the society. The registration process is completed in this way. And last stage of formation of cooperative society is business commencement stage. After registration, the society gets legal existence. Without registration, no association can use the cooperative word. After getting the registration, the originators of the society can start various economic and social activities. These are the steps of formation of cooperative society. Next, basic principles of cooperative society. Cooperative society is based on the some basic principles. Number 1, unity. A cooperative society is formed on the basic principle named unity. Unity is strength. To achieve success, the members of the cooperative society must have to be united in all circumstances. Every cooperative society shall have to understand that unity is their strength. So it is essential for the members of a cooperative society to run any activity that might stronger to achieve the goal of the cooperative society. Next, equity or equality. A cooperative society is inspired by the ideals of equity or equality. The members of the society do enjoy equal status here in the society, irrespective of their social, economic conditions, and they have cast only one vote irrespective of the amount of share capital they own. Next, cooperation. Another principle of cooperative society is to cooperate among the members. Members' cooperation and sympathy to each other contributes significantly towards the development of the cooperative society. It is the key to success of the cooperative society. Next, trust and confidence. For success of cooperative society, mutual trust and confidence among its members is essential. The firm, this trust will be the more members' interest and enthusiasm shall be more. So the directors shall have to keep cautious watch that this trust and confidence does never get damaged in any way or by anything. Last, democracy. A cooperative society must always have to be respectful to the democratic norms and principles. All the members of the society have the right to cast vote, and every member has a single vote. All the members have the equal rights to express opinions and cast vote irrespective of their paid up capital or amount of share in the society. So these are the principles of cooperative society. Next, I would like to discuss about the state enterprise. Generally, state enterprise is that kind of enterprise or that kind of business organization which is formed, operated, and controlled by the state or government. For the necessity of the state, business formed in other tribes can also be converted into state enterprise through nationalization. Normally, state enterprise is established to ensure industrialization, employment generation, controlling money and banking system, proper uses and distribution of all the assets, including natural resources and public welfare in some specific sectors. Besides, state enterprises are also formed and operated to control arms and ammunition factories for the safeguard and security of the nation. Now, characteristics of state enterprise. State enterprise have some unique characteristics. Formation procedure. State enterprise are formed by the ordinance of the head of the state of passing bill in the national parliament. That means state enterprise may be formed by the special ordinance of the president or passing bill in the national parliament. Besides, this type of business can also be formed by nationalization by state ordinance. Next, ownership. The ownership of the state enterprise belongs to the state, and the government supplies all the required capital. But in some cases, partial amount of shares can be sold to the public. In that case, suppliers of capital are government and public. But normally, the state enterprise is run by the state or government. This next legal and separate entity. As this type of business is formed under the specific law, that's why it has got separate legal existence or entity. Because of legal entity, state enterprise have permanent existence. Like joint stock company business, its existence is permanent. Next, objective. The objective of state enterprise is to ensure public welfare. That means, like other business, the objective of state enterprise is not to earn profit or maximizing profit. Next, distribution of profit. The profit of the such kind of business are deposited to the government treasury and spent for the welfare of the public. The loss has to be borne by the government. Last, accountability. For the success or failure of the state enterprise, the government is to accountable to the national parliament or assembly. These are the characteristics of state enterprise. Now I'd like to give you a homework from this chapter, creative questions. Multiple choice questions. Okay, dear learners, that's all about the cooperative society and state enterprise. Thank you very much.